Weeks since he fled Zimbabwe after being sacked by President Mugabe, the so-called crocodile is biting back as the former vice president returns home. Emmerson Mnangagwa is expected to be sworn in as the new president on Friday following Robert Mugabe's dramatic resignation yesterday after almost 4 decades in power, which prompted mass celebrations across the country. Well, we can now cross live to Ben Brown, who joins us from Harare. And Ben, Mnangagwa is back in the country.
He is, and we're hearing he's going to go straight to ZANU-PF, the party leadership there, and talk to them from the ruling party, and then inaugurated on Friday. And I think across Zimbabwe, people are now, after all the euphoria of yesterday, after Robert Mugabe's surprise resignation was announced in Parliament, some of that euphoria is now turning into people asking questions about what a new Zimbabwe under the presidency of Emmerson Mnangagwa will be like, because he was, let's remember, a pretty brutal henchman in the Mugabe regime until very recently. He's been accused of masterminding massacres in Matabeleland in the 1980s, of rigging elections so that they were not free and fair, of being grossly corrupt. On the other hand, some people say he's, in terms of economics at least, a reformist. So people aren't quite sure what the future is going to bring, but he is sworn in on Friday as only this country's second leader in 37 years.
And as you say, all eyes will be on him because we're expecting elections in about 8 months' time. What now of Robert Mugabe and his wife Grace?
Well, as we understand it, Yelda, they're still here in Harare. They were placed under house arrest after that military takeover. We don't know yet whether there were any guarantees about their safety that were given to them in the various negotiations there were between them, well, certainly with Mr. Mugabe and the generals, and whether they were guaranteed that they'd be safe, whether they were guaranteed maybe that they'd be immune from prosecution, or Emmerson Mnangagwa fell out spectacularly with Grace Mugabe. That was a power struggle between the two of them. That's how this whole crisis erupted, really. Does he, now that he's back in the country and on Friday that he's president, does he want to settle some scores with Grace Mugabe in particular? We'll have to wait and see.
Ben, thanks so much for that update. Ben Brown joining us.